Creators, welcome back to Creator Side Income. Today we have a repeat guest with Adam Hartwick from Can-I. And we've talked to Adam in the past about his YouTube journey, about Amazon Influencer Program, and he's doing a bunch of other things, which is why I subscribe to his channel and regularly watch his new hustles that he's trying, whether it be merch on demand, investing and doing different things, which he talked about a little bit in his last income report, which I thought was really cool. So we're doing a lot of the same things, but he beat me to the punch on the TikTok shop. And so we're excited, Adam, to welcome you today to talk specifically about TikTok.
Thank you. Happy to be here as always.
Now with TikTok, let's go back. We don't have to go back very far. When did you first hear about it? Why did you decide to try it out? And what were some of the early challenges in just setting up your account and getting started with it?
So, I mean, TikTok's always been on my radar, and there had been a few times in the past where I tried to just create an account from scratch and see if I can gain some followers. And for some reason, it was just never really the social media platform that excited me. I didn't really have a lot of interest in it. I would put up one or two videos and just kind of lose interest completely. YouTube was always more of my thing. That's where I really wanted to focus, but it's always been on my radar. I know I need to try it a little bit more. I know that it's kind of not going anywhere, and that's where all the kids are. And, you know, it definitely needed tested, but I had seen a lot of people online with the creativity beta program where you're just getting lots of views, making money. But then this new TikTok shop component came out and it looked a little bit more geared towards a guy like me. So I don't want to make viral content about the new dance crazes and get millions of views to try to, you know, to earn money that way. That's really just not my style. But now that there's this new TikTok shop component, then you can essentially do the same types of things that you and I have been doing in the Amazon Influencer Program, in doing product reviews and talking about the things we're excited about. So I decided to just give it a real test and kind of laid into it a little bit. And one of the very first videos that I put up, very little work into it. It just happened to make one sale in a couple of dollars. I know you could probably relate to this, but people that have tried to do things in the past, tried these different techniques that they're seeing online, oftentimes, or probably more often than not, you'll try to make $0. You'll try for 30 days and make $0, and then you'll move on to the next one. So to right out of the gate have one that initially made at least a few dollars was exciting. So I really did kind of give it a test after that. But getting into the program, like you had mentioned there, was very difficult. The barrier to entry is kind of difficult in general. If you don't have 5,000 subscribers, which I'm finding very difficult to get, even though I'm having videos that have, you know, hundreds of thousands of views. If you don't have the 5,000 subscribers, there was a workaround by hooking it up to a seller account. Not sure if that is still working or not. But even that whole process was very kind of confusing. I'm into this sort of world. I like grabbing a new platform and figuring it out. For me, it was even complicated to kind of do this and to figure it out. So I could imagine people that don't enjoy doing this or don't enjoy figuring these types of things out is going to find it kind of difficult to even get going. But yeah, barrier entry is difficult, kind of tough to get going. But in my opinion, it's worth it because there is money to be made there. I don't know for how long, but for right now, it seems like creators like us can jump on there and make a few extra dollars. So it's worth testing, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I think that as we talk about that barrier to entry, I feel like in many ways it is similar to the Amazon Influencer Program, where a lot of people want to do it. It seems like there's easy money. You watch a viral video where someone made $1 bazillion and you're like, I can do that. That doesn't look like it's hard. And even we're talking about how making a video is not very difficult, right? And so it's that getting into the program, which for me was really frustrating. I did the workaround as well. So I have a seller account and there was all sorts of weird legal stuff and you had to have different documents. And I was frustrated. I put it on the back burner for several weeks until I kept watching videos like yours where I was like, okay, people have figured it out and people are making money. I better make this work. And so I was persistent, finally did set up an account. And then like you, had one of my early videos did take off. I've only actually had one video that has made any sales at all, but it's made over 100 sales. And so I'm getting money every day. In fact, since that video, I've made money every single day. Now I want you to think back a year or so ago when you started the Amazon Influencer Program. For me, the experience was, wow, this is the easiest money ever compared to blogging, compared to other things, where in the first week, I was making $5, $10. Within the first month, made a few $100s. I think you probably had a similar experience.
Yeah.
Have you made more or less money in your first week and first month with TikTok, or was it easier with Amazon?
I certainly made more money with TikTok in my first week. I think that first week that I really started testing it, I had a day where I made over $500 in a single day. I mean, that is like, that's astronomical. That's eye-opening. The Amazon Influencer Program, I made money right away, which is great, but it was $2 or $3 a day. I think it was like $4 on the first day, actually. But then it was making money every single day. And it took a month's worth of work to get that up to like $1,000 a month. And then it took 2 months worth of work to get that up to $3,000 a month. The TikTok shop, I think I made like 3.7K or something like that in my first 30 days of testing it. So definitely much faster out of the gate. And again, I don't know how long that will last because I am having trouble recreating those same successes that I did on those first videos. Those first two kind of went viral for me and started making a lot of money. And I don't know if there is something built into that TikTok algorithm which helps out new accounts, because they want new people. They want people posting new content. They want you to create new accounts. They're trying to, get this ball rolling and grow it. So I wonder if there is some component that helped us at the very beginnings that now we are going to struggle to find the same success, even if we're posting a lot. So I don't know. That's one of the questions I would like to answer. But to answer your question, yes, TikTok Shop was a lot faster out of the gate, but I don't quite see it as a long-term making money every day as much as the Amazon Influencer Program is.
Certainly more volatile. I've seen that as well, where for me, my first $5 day, $10 day, $50 day on Amazon was after weeks and months. Yesterday, I made $40. That's my highest day so far, but it was day 8 for me. And so you can see how things have scaled up. I haven't had a $500 day yet, but I think it is finding the right products. And as I look into Facebook groups and Reddit and things like that, there are a lot of people who, like us, started, put up 10 videos, haven't seen a single sale yet. So there is something to finding the right product. What is it in your videos that have made sales? Have you seen any commonalities? Is there anything special that you did? Was it on the product research side that you just got the right products that were available and were trending? What have you seen with the things that have worked so far?
Well, I would hate to say this, but I think luck does have a little bit of a bit to do with this, unfortunately, and that stinks to say because that is completely out of our control. So I have bought products. I've used Calidata, which is one of the research tools that I pay for and use still, to research products that are trending or going viral. And I've bought some of those products, recreated the videos, I mean, almost down to saying the same things, the same cadence, the same hook, you know what I mean? Making sure I'm not taking it completely, doing it my way. But if you looked at them side by side, I mean, I'm just copying what other people were doing. And some of those videos don't work at all. I mean, it's the same product. It's the same video. You would think it would work the same way, and it doesn't. I also had 2 flashlights. One of them went completely viral, and one of them didn't. And I did pretty much the same videos for this as I did for this. And this one went viral and this one didn't. So I don't know how to explain that. My analytical brain hates to see that kind of stuff because then it insinuates that there is a bit of luck maybe involved in this. But I do think that the product is a huge portion of this. I know if you're just grabbing the things like Amazon Influencer Program, for example, you could just grab the things that are around your house, do video reviews of them. If you have that same type of mentality in the TikTok shop, I don't think you're going to do as well. There are lots of things that are in your house that are great products that aren't going to make great TikTok videos, no matter how hard you try. Some things just lend themselves better to this platform than others. And I think by using tools like Calidata or free ways to do this, you can go right into your TikTok shop, into the marketplace, and look at bestsellers. And you're going to find lots of videos and products in there. But I think that product research, and I think that grabbing the right product, doing the right video, having a really strong hook, because people are scrolling so fast on TikTok, you literally have a split second to get a hold of that person. I think all of those things are insanely important. And I'm very new to this as well. I had some luck, and I'll call it luck, out of the gate. But I still don't understand the algorithm. I don't understand how one flashlight can go viral and one can't with the same exact video. But I think product research is important. So make sure that it is a product that's going to work well on TikTok. And you can, go through your For You page and you're going to see lots of products in there. It's going to show you what types of things are going to work. But yeah, unfortunately, luck's a part of it, but product research is a big part of it as well.
Yeah, and I don't think we should discount that part of it because, well, first, let me just touch on two things that you just talked about. First, with the flashlight video that you made, I don't have any videos about doing TikTok yet, but you do. And one of the videos on Can-I, if you go to the YouTube channel Can-I, he has a video where he shows the two flashlights, kind of shows how he makes the videos and goes through the whole process. That's a really, really helpful video. So if you haven't subscribed, go do that now. But then the other thing is just talking about the research process. On Amazon, there's only so many video slots. And once those are filled, it's really hard to get a video to rank. With TikTok, there's an infinite number, just as many videos there are, they can all make money for the same product. Have you noticed with some of the videos that you've had, are there a bunch of other videos, or are you doing well on those products because there aren't a lot of videos? Have you noticed?
I think that the ones that have done well for me also have lots of videos. So the scale in one of the flashlights are two of the things that went viral. I'm still making money off that scale every single day, still today, after a month and a half of having that video go live. And that's a very popular product, that scale. There's lots of videos on that scale. So I think it's still at the top of the trend. I know trying to jump into a trend right as it's kind of growing is kind of the best place. I did not do that, I don't think, on either of my two viral videos. These rechargeable flashlights, there's so many videos about rechargeable flashlights on TikTok. It's amazing. That smart scale, insane amounts of videos on that. So I didn't choose things that I thought were, a small niche that were going to blow up. I chose things that were pretty much already moving and shaking and already had lots of videos for me to look at. But I also kind of choose things that I'm interested in, which I know is a pretty dumb way to do it. But if I'm not sure I'm going to return my investment on these products, I want to make sure that it's something I think is cool and that I want. And I thought that flashlight was cool. I thought that scale was cool. I wanted to play with them. So people ask me, like, what is your theory to this product research? And I kind of hesitate to really tell them the honest truth because right. I do product research on this stuff. I want to make sure that it's something that could potentially go viral. Maybe it already has, and it has some data to back that up. But I tend to buy things that I'm interested in and that I enjoy and that I just want to have in my house anyway. That way, if it doesn't work, who cares? I got a cool flashlight out of it. But
well, and I think that we can safely say that if you're making $3,700 in your first month, you can do as many dumb things as you want because obviously right. Enough things are working that we're doing it. Now, a lot of people who are going to watch this video are people who are considering either getting into the TikTok shop or are trying to scale up. And one of the big barriers there is, I don't have a background in affiliate marketing like Adam does, or I don't have a background with, even creating product reviews. Can you just talk us through the process a little bit of what does it take to shoot a video, the editing process? I'm guessing that it's relatively simple here, but I know in some of your other videos, you do talk about the importance of a hook. We're not worried about thumbnails here. Are we worried about titles or descriptions? I don't know. Hashtags? I don't know. So what are your thoughts on kind of that editing process?
So I have been doing YouTube videos of some sort. I made short films in high school and I'm in my 40s, so I can't even do that math, how long ago that was anymore. So I've been doing some sort of video content for as long as I can remember. So I do take it for granted how maybe easy it is. I don't mean to sound, conceited there, but it is kind of easy for me to make these videos just because I've been doing it for so long. But I see most of the people on TikTok that are having success have no editing whatsoever. They are literally taking their phone and holding it up to their face and then stopping the recording and then moving and then starting the recording. They're not really even doing any editing outside of the phone whatsoever. I think that rawness really works well on TikTok. So I don't think that you need to have a background in affiliate marketing, a background in video production, a background in editing. You can literally just turn your phone on, walk around your house and talk, and then put a link in that. And I think those actually do better. I tend to see that my more raw videos where I'm just talking into the camera on TikTok tend to work better than when I'm doing lots of fancy cuts between the B-rolls. And, I've tried a few fancier things and I've tried some AI stuff. None of those seem to work as well as just a human being being honest in front of a camera. I think if you can sell the product without looking like you're selling a product, you could have success on TikTok. So you did mention the hook there. I think that's hugely important. Lots of people are scrolling very fast. You have to get their attention right away. So say things, to grab their attention. One of my favorite techniques is, hey, if you're a dog owner, listen up. That type of thing, because immediately dog owners go, well, what? Why do I have to listen up? So just grabbing them right off the front of the video is important. Talking about your experience with the video, having a strong call to action, meaning you should go buy this. There's lots of sales in the TikTok shop. Go check it out before they're gone. You don't want to miss it. You don't jump on the opportunity now, that type of thing. But I don't think a lot of editing is required. I think this is a beautiful platform for that reason. Grab a phone, grab a product, talk about it, hit record, upload it. Like you said, it's not like there's only 5 video slots in the carousel. You can upload a different video 3-4 times a day for the same product until you find something that works. So yeah, editing, I don't think it's that important, to be honest, with this program.
Thanks for that. I don't think there are a lot of videos that talk about that process. I've looked online, and I agree with you. I'm seeing a lot of raw videos that are going viral. In fact, in some cases, it seems like they're intentionally doing that, kind of like Mr. Beast, how he keeps his, or used to keep his thumbnails really kind of raw. Now we're seeing that has changed a little bit, but here with TikTok videos, we're seeing that people are going in places that are intentionally cluttered and doing weird angles that don't make sense, and those seem to be working. So appreciate those tips. Now, just like the Amazon Influencer Program, there are a number of ways of making money in TikTok Shop. I think most people are relying primarily just on posting their own video and getting earnings, but there are a lot of promotional different things going on, contests that are going on, collaborations and partnerships. Have you tried any of those out? Have you had success with someone sending you a product, or is that something that you've steered clear of so far?
I haven't done any of the promotional things. There are lots of, contests and things. If you put the appropriate hashtags on your videos, you can automatically be a part of the contest. Contest winners get ad credits or money in some cases. I haven't really dabbled in any of that. However, I did say yes to a few free products. And one of the really cool things about this program is a lot of the companies that own these products are willing to give you free products. I mean, I get still to this day 15 to 30 companies a day asking to send me free stuff. I'm so overwhelmed with it. Like one of these days, I just have to sit down, go through the list of hundreds of them on my phone, pick the 10 that I think are great and just get them and start doing more content. But I did recently do it. Here is one specifically. It's a camera, a video camera that just screws into your light bulb, so you don't have to wire it up. So if you want to put a security camera on your house without wiring it, it's just one way to do it. The company reached out to me and said, we want to send you a free product. Can you do a video for it? But not only will we give you the commission on it if you link it, but we will also place advertisements on your video to help promote it out there. So I did the 2 or 3 videos on that product. They didn't do very well out of the gate, but then the company reached out to me and said, okay, we're going to start advertising it. So then I made like 20 or 30 sales on that thing and made a little bit of money last month. Nothing crazy, but a little bit of money last month without having any of the videos do well themselves. So there are lots of opportunities like that. And like I said, I only picked, I think, 2 to test, and it worked for both of them. So if I went through that list of 300 or whatever I have, I guarantee there are thousands and thousands of dollars worth of content sitting in that list. I just have to get myself to focus on TikTok and really jump on board on that. It's still just not my favorite platform. And if you've been following my journey and looking at my TikTok, you'll see that I have really slowed down on the upload content, which is silly. You can't make money unless you're uploading. But so no, I haven't tried many of those promotional things, but yes, free samples, I think, is definitely a way to make money, especially if they're willing to promote the video for you.
Yeah, that is really cool. You mentioned focus, and I want to talk about that for a minute. One of the dangers for any entrepreneur is chasing too many shiny objects or squirrels or whatever you want to say. I think that it's really difficult when you find something that works because you want to go all in, but then at the same time, you want that passive income. You want to make sure that you have certain pots that are consistently producing. When it comes to TikTok, it's hard because a lot of the other product review platforms like Amazon and YouTube, you can use the same video, publish it across platforms, make money in a bunch of different ways. I'm finding that's not the case with TikTok. It's so different with the short form, with the vertical, with the punchy, with the big hook and call to action. That's not even permitted on Amazon. And so I'm not used to making videos that way. Are you finding that making a video for TikTok is taking you a little bit more time than Amazon because you've had to change? And or have you found a way to utilize those same videos onto other platforms?
I'm also agreeing with you that it is much different than the Amazon Influencer Program. It is a completely different sales style. I'm very slow and methodical with my Amazon reviews on Amazon, more like customer testimonials than reviews, or social proof is kind of what I'm going for in my Amazon product reviews. I'm just saying like, hey, this is a great product. Here are the reasons I use it for this, and I would recommend it. On TikTok, that kind of stuff doesn't work as well, like you said. It is a different kind of animal, and we're dealing with a different type of demographic, I believe, too. We're dealing with a lot of younger kids who have been on TikTok and YouTube Shorts their whole lives, and they're just used to that fast, snappy content. And that isn't me usually. So I have had to try to adjust to that. And because of that, it does make it a little bit longer of a process. I think out the TikToks, even though some of them are 15 seconds, 20 seconds, I probably spend more time thinking them out and figuring out what might work more than I would for any other product review, social media platform like YouTube, Amazon. Those I just hit record and do them, one take them. I don't think of it, very rarely ever have to do a second take or very much editing. But TikTok is very much okay, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to focus, I'm going to grab a product, and I'm going to come up with an idea or two that I think is going to work on TikTok. And again, my success isn't very crazy, but some of it is at least somewhat working. But yeah, it's a different animal completely.
Let's wrap this up with a final tip for someone who's considering joining the TikTok shop, hasn't done so yet. As far as early in that process, is there anything that you would recommend they could do to get established, or maybe even things they can do to develop their editing chops or getting used to doing product reviews, things like that? Anything for those people who aren't in yet?
I think I kind of touched on this maybe in one of our other videos that, today is better to start than waiting till tomorrow or waiting till next week. People have this like, I'm going to wait until I understand it completely type thing, and then you never understand it. You learn more by failing than you do by watching me or watching you or watching YouTubers tell you how to do it. I know people have a fear of like doing it wrong and getting kicked out and things, and I understand that completely, but if you're not willing to get in there and get your hands dirty, you're never going to learn this process. The reason why some of us are having success with this is because I didn't wait around and wait till I knew everything about it. I just got in there, got my hands dirty, figured out what was working for me, and just tried it. Be okay with failing. Figure out 99 ways to not make a light bulb, Get in there, get your hands dirty, and try it. And like I said, the editing process, I do some heavy editing on some TikToks to test it, but a lot of times you can just use your cell phone, point it at yourself, and talk. So you're not going to have to be afraid of doing it that way, or being very good at video editing in order to get started. Of course, it can help. I would recommend it for sure. But there is no reason why you should wait till you're a good editor to start doing these TikToks. Some of the TikToks I watch are absolutely atrocious and completely raw, and they work completely well. So I would say don't wait, especially because we have no idea how long this whole TikTok shop affiliate program thing is going to last. This could be a crazy flash in the pan that is over next month. TikTok could get banned in the United States. I mean, they're trying to. So you're going to go ahead and wait yourself into not making any money if you wait much longer. Try it. I would maybe make a strong recommendation to buy the products. I know that's scary. Have the product in your hand and do tons of reviews on those products. Don't try to cut corners with the AI stuff. Don't try to cut corner with the screen capturing of Amazon and screen capturing of things, trying to figure out ways to do this without actually having the product. Do it with a little bit of integrity, and that is going to keep you from getting kicked out and getting violations. So find some products that you're interested in, buy them, bring them to your home, do tons and tons of videos on them, fail 500 times, and wait till that 501st one works. But yeah, get off your butts and get moving, get started. That's the only way to learn this stuff.
Awesome interview today. Appreciate you bringing so much. As I mentioned before, if you want to learn more about TikTok, you can go over to Adam's channel at Caneye, Caneye.
If you want to actually see some of the TikToks that I'm working on, the TikTok page is called Adam Recommends. The seller account's called Adams Finds, Finds. So I'm not sure if you have to search for either one of those because the seller, I don't know how any of this stuff works yet, but Adam Recommends or Adams Finds on TikTok. If you want to see some of the things that I'm working on, I pinned a lot of the successful things to the top of the page so you can really get an idea of what's working for me. I would also urge you to be careful because I do try things on this page. So don't just see something that looks like it's working and follow it blindly, because sometimes I'm paying for promotions or sometimes a company's paying for promotions. If you do the same thing, it's not going to work for you. So keep an eye on my channel and I will try to keep everybody updated on, what things I recommend and what things I think are working. But yeah, if you want to check me out on TikTok, Adam Recommends.